Hi. Form 5 Melaka, all the pupils are here. Who are the ones who are here? Hi. So it's already 12 something, so good afternoon. Anybody online? Can write in the comments there. Anybody? I'll wait maybe 2 more minutes. Anybody? Okay, so I see Ying Chen is here. Farah is here. Ying Chen, Farah, good afternoon. Tilaga, good afternoon. Okay, so we have 1 more minute. Okay, anybody else? I try my best. There's only 1 or 2 line for the internet connection. Okay, 1 more minute to go. Anybody else? Do you, Tilaga and Farah and Yishan, did you get all your marks the other day? Joanne is here. Yes, Joanne. You're supposed to go to school on the 23rd of November, I think, right? To go and get your all the exam answers. Yesterday I went to school to put all your answers in a plastic bag. So every student will get 1 plastic bag. So all the answers for all the subjects are there. I think it's on the 23rd, right? Were you told on the 23rd to go to school and get? Okay, Joanne, who else? There are only 4 students here. Just write some comments so I know who is here. Maybe I can check on the internet. Because sometimes if I open another YouTube, because now it is live on StreamYard, if I open the YouTube, maybe there will be a lot of disturbances in the sound. Okay, good. Okay, you know that you're supposed to go to school, right? Okay. So it's already 12:36. So can I start? Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to share my screen. This is my screen. Okay, this is the screen. So before I start, I would like to tell you that I've already collected all the past year. Okay, Taufik is here. I've already selected all the past year's questions for the year 2020, and I'll give you in the there's a Google Drive that I created, so I put in a Google Drive, and then you open the drive, you can download all the PDF files. Okay, I cannot put it in my Google site because PDF there you cannot post PDF there. Okay, good afternoon everybody. So can we start now? Okay, today we are going to discuss the continuous writing because from what I observe in the trial exam, right? Okay, most of you didn't do very well. Okay, reason is number 1, sorry to say this, but many of you do not have the proficiency in writing. It's average, okay? So when you are average, there are only a few who are weak, So when you are average, actually you can help yourself to score. Okay, but the problem is many of you, especially for your writing, you never use the tips or the secret that I give you. Okay, very few did that. So if you don't apply, okay, maybe your grade will be there forever. For example, if you get B, is always B. But if you want to improve, you try to follow what I tell you so that you can get better marks. Okay, problem with paper 1. Directed writing was okay. Only continuous writing, some did very badly because first, grammar is bad. Second, there's no story at all. It's not interesting. Like the last day you spend with your friend, okay? It's not interesting at all because why? The vocabulary is not there. Good vocabulary is not there. So I'm going to repeat, okay? You have to improve. Actually, many of you can. Can means you can get A or B. Definitely, okay? Not a C. Those who always get a C, try to get a B. Or no, those with a B, you can try for A. It's not that difficult actually, but you must follow the correct uh, way to do. These are the correct methods. And then be careful with your paper 2. Because I find that this time the good student didn't score very well, especially for summary and also for objective. I don't know what went wrong with the objective. Okay. So can anybody comment here? Can I see the comment first before I start? What do you think of your results? Don't worry, it's not live. I didn't put it live for everybody. It's only with the link. Those with the link can see. So only your class can see this video. Last time I put it public, okay? Because now cannot public because I need to share some secrets with you. So don't worry, it won't go public. Not the whole world or the whole Malaysia can see. It's only for you, those with the link. Okay, any comments? Can I see comment, please, write of your results? How do you feel? Do you feel that you did very well for your English, or do you make the effort? You say, yeah, I did very well because I put in a lot of effort. And there are 2 students who did not even know the format for summary. Okay, I repeat, format for summary is only 1 paragraph. One boy wrote 3 paragraphs. Oh, your result is okay, Taufik. Taufik, you paper 2, right? Okay, you must be careful with your paper 2. I feel that many of you can score in this class. Only thing, make an effort, okay? Don't straight away label yourself, no, I cannot do very well. Actually, many of you can. There is a secret to it, okay? Anybody else? Taufik say his result is okay. Don't worry, nobody can see this video except your class. Okay, nobody dare to answer. Tilaga, are you satisfied with your results? I have Vincent, are you satisfied? Farah, Tilaga, Joanne, are you satisfied with your results? Some are still missing. Okay, don't miss any of the lesson because it's only once a week. Okay, try to adjust or arrange your time properly. Okay, can I continue? Okay, this is what I want to share with you for your continuous writing. So please follow these rules, okay? Okay, let me start. Let me check first. I end my presentation first for a while. Okay, I checked the answer. Farah said yes, she's satisfied. Ilaga said yes, not really yes. Jeffrey, good morning, good afternoon, yes. Okay, so if you're not satisfied with your result, you know something is wrong somewhere, you work for it, okay? So those who have not gotten the papers from me, okay, I'm not having the paper anymore, so I cannot take photos of your answers. Everything is in school now, okay? So you have to wait on the 23rd to take the papers. And then if you have questions to ask me, do ask later on, okay? So I'll continue, okay. So I'll share the screen, okay? Okay, so we are doing descriptive continuous writing, descriptive composition. Why do I advise you to write descriptive composition? Because it's easier to score. If you write the other topics, it's difficult because you can't spot the questions. Okay, so let's look at the 2 sections in paper 1. It's called 11191. So you have section A, directed writing, 35 marks, and you have continuous writing, 50 marks. So remember, total is 85, which is a lot, right? Okay, next. Types of topics. Okay, you have descriptive, person, place, or event. Then you have narrative. Narrative is a story. then you have factual, then you have argumentative. Argumentative means giving opinion. Do you agree? Okay. Reflective is like, imagine that what is your, for example, the other day you have the question. What was the question? Okay, let's look at the question. Okay, let's go to the slides. I'll check the slide first. Okay, let's look at the question now. Okay, this is a question. Okay, let's look at your questions. So write a composition of about 350 words on one of the following topics. Describe a weekend when you were home alone. So this is description. Okay, number two, we should choose our subject based on our interest and not what our parents, school should determine for a discuss. So this is under argument. Okay, argumentative. Write a story. So this is under narrative. Which do you think is more important, reading or playing? Okay, this is more on reflective. Okay, we just compare and then give your ideas. Okay, the last one, describe the last day. So description of the last day. So you have description. Second one is argumentative. Third one is narrative. Fourth one is reflective. The last one is descriptive. Okay, so these are examples. So can we go back to this one? Okay, we have all this just now. Okay, remember all 5 will come out in the exam. All 5 will come out in the exam. Okay, maybe 4. Sometimes they'll put 2 description. Yes, there was one year there were 3 description. Okay. Okay, next. So this is a question. Another one. Okay, let's look at the reflective is. Let's look at the question. This is one of the trial exam for this year, 2020. You had a chance to be someone else. Who would you choose? Be not be might be difficult. So this is more on reflective, but it can also be description, right? Because you're describing the person. Okay, number 2, modern invention have made our life too much complicated. Things used to be a lot. So this is argumentative. You argue. Is it correct that modern invention make my life difficult? Okay. So next, write a story about 2 people who had an argument because one of them had lost a mobile phone. End your story with, and both realized how foolish they had been. Okay, so this is a narrative. Which do you think is more important, money or health? Compare the 2 and decide if one is more important than the other. Give your reasons. Okay, that is argument. Okay, you see that? So which one do you think you would write? Okay, I'll give you maybe 1 minute to think. So you go through the questions. You think which one you should write? Can you tell me the reasons later on in the comment? So there are 5 here. 1, if you had a chance to be someone, who would you choose to be? Okay. 2 is the modern invention. 3 is 2 people arguing. 4 would be money or health. And the last one will be first, the day you first met your best friend. The one in Negeri Sembilan is the last day. Okay, which one would you like? Can you tell me the reason? Maybe you choose one. I choose one. You just write in your comment. 1, why? 2, why? Okay, just give simple reasons. Okay, I'm going to look at your comments now. Okay, think properly in the real exam. Just take maybe 1 minute to go through, read number 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and read again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and think for a while. Okay, or maybe some of you can scribble notes at the side of the question there before you start writing. So I'm going to end the show now, end the slide, and then see your comments. Okay. Can you start writing? What are your comments? Can I see whether, which one are you going to write? Hazri say number 3. Hazri is here. Okay. Why number 3, Hazri? Can you tell me the reason why number 3? Don't worry that no others, no people who are strangers can see this video. No, they can't because I put it as unlisted. So only your class can see. Because who knows, some people might not agree with my adopt and adapt. Okay, please write your answers. Don't worry, nobody can see your comments here unless I put it as public. So you must know the reason why you want to write, right? And don't simply say, wow, I like this is easy. Then you put as, for example, you say, oh, I like 1, so I put 1. No, you must think carefully first. Okay? Any more answers? No more answer. How are you guys doing? How are you coping? Because I can write incident, event on the essay. Yes, good. Okay. Farah say number 5. Okay, first day of meeting a friend. I advise you, okay, really to memorize on a person, place, and event, happy and sad. Because why? You can score. You cannot simply, for example, oh yeah, this is my exam, so tomorrow is English. I have not prepared, I don't care anything, then you go for the exam, you say, oh, on the spot, you sit down and you decide, yes, I'm going to write this. You can only do that if your English is good. Okay? Okay, so let's continue. Nobody else is not answering my question. Azri say, I will choose number 3 because I can write incident event on the essay. Yes. Okay, so let's continue. We were here. Okay, done. If you ask me, okay, I'll give you suggestions. I will write number 1 because I could have memorized an essay about a person. But you must remember, explain what would be good about being that person. So you have to explain all his positive values. Okay? How to say watak yang positif, ciri-ciri yang positif. Okay, next, what might be difficult? Why is it difficult to be this person? Then you can write some of the negative characteristic. Okay? Or maybe you can say, okay, if you memorize a person you admire, maybe in the script or in the essay that you have memorized, you say, okay, he is a great person, he has achieved a lot, he's a clever person, he has graduated, he has a PhD. Okay? Uh, maybe you can say, oh, it may be difficult for you because you are not so clever. Okay, you do not think you are able to achieve having a master or PhD. Okay, but you said you will put in effort. Okay, what might difficult doesn't mean you have to write a lot. You can write one example only. Okay, it means that kenapa susah. Okay, terangkan apa yang ciri-ciri baik tentang orang itu dan apa yang mungkin menyusahkan. So you can't be like the person, okay? So sorry if you hear a lot of sound because there are a lot of messages from the school. And what might be difficult? Difficult mean mengapa susah nak jadi orang itu, okay? Number 2, I won't write this. Okay, this is really difficult because inventions, there are so many inventions. So how many should we write? Okay, so it's not easy whether you should write 1 or more than 1. Okay, number 3, write a story about 2 people who had an argument because one of them had lost a mobile phone. 2 people, anybody. It can be friends, it can be family members, it can be brothers, it can be brother, sister, it can be parent, father or son, or anybody, mother or daughter, anybody who had an argument because one of them had lost a mobile phone. End your story with, and both of them realized how foolish they had been. Okay, so what can you write? You can write incident, right? For example, an accident. How do you write? You can write these two people, your brother and you. So you had an argument because one of you lost a phone. So you accuse another person of stealing the phone or hiding the phone. Okay? So after later on, two of you have to get into the car with your parents. Okay? Because you need to go back to your village to see your grandparents. But you were not talking with each other in the car. So after that you started argue. Maybe you say that you started arguing in the car, and then later on an accident happened. So how did no in the accident you describe how you help each other and so on, and then at the end then you both realize how foolish you have been, because the handphone is not as important as family members. Okay, you can write like that. Okay, right. So must be a bit creative. Okay, number 4, I think many students will write. Which do you think is more important, money or health? I'm very certain that many of you will write this. Okay, this is not that bad, but you must write good reasons. Okay, number 5, write about the day you first met your best friend. Describe where you were, where did you meet her or him, and how you began talking to each other. So how did you start the first conversation? Explain how your friendship has developed since that time. If you ask me, I won't write. Okay, or maybe if you feel that you have memorized a description of my best friend, you can try to put that essay of my best friend into this essay. Okay, but if you do not know anything, you have not prepared, before that you didn't memorize essay about best friend, and then you sit down in the exam, you start to write this, it's going to fail. Okay, unless your ideas are very creative. Because okay, for SPM, what we look for as people who mark your exam, okay, first we will look at your grammar. Yes, definitely grammar comes first. So when grammar comes first, we have to look at your spelling, your grammar errors, okay, whether you have merit means the good sentences, the good vocabulary, the good phrases, the idioms and the proverbs. Those are the things we look at first. Okay, then the second part, definitely your ideas. Okay, okay, next. So we are doing descriptive and narrative writing. So example, there are person, place and event. There are two, happy or sad. So that's why I always stress on this. Okay, so I check your comments. Maybe I want to see who has maybe has written some comments. Anybody wrote comment? Okay, I will check here. If I write number 4, can I do a comparison between money and health? Yeah, can write comparison money and health. Okay, any more questions? Yes, anybody? Okay, I would like to make an announcement also. Maybe I can share some great news here. There is a Form 4 team under the competition which is called Young Innovators Challenge. Okay, this is a national competition, and there are a lot of organizers like MDEC, you have Derby and so on. So KGV is in the top final, okay, top 15. Altogether, there are nearly 400 teams who took part. So from Negeri Sembilan, we are the only team that is in the top 15. So the boys have to join a 1-month camp. Okay. And then if you win, you will get RM 60,000. 60,000 is the grant. So you can, Derby will help you to make your innovation a real thing in real life, so that our community can use the project. So that's nice, right? Just to share some good news with you. Okay, I'll continue. Okay, don't waste time. So we are at here. I repeat. It's so easy to memorize this, right? Then you only make some adaptation. Ubah suai. Event. So we are looking at the set event. Sorry, I always like to do this. Okay, so it's not accident, it's fire. Okay, small fire. I'm going to give you the vocabulary because I think fire and accidents are the easiest for you to score. Okay, small fire, you can use the word kindle, flickering. So maybe if you need these notes, tell me, I'll take the picture and give it to you in the WhatsApp. Okay, so if you have paper, maybe you can write. So small fire will be kindled, flickering, dancing. That's like a candle flame, smoldering or crackling. So large or very intense fire. Intense means sangat-sangat teruk, kuat, such as a forest fire or a house fire, could be described as roaring, blazing, burning out of control, consuming, raging, or destroying. Okay, you can say raging fire, roaring fire, blazing fire. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So these are the nouns. Okay, nouns adalah kata nama. So number one, you have public spiritedness, good Samaritan. Good Samaritan, I told you earlier in class, this one is people who help others. Bystanders is people who are there, just looking at the incident. Okay, public spiritedness means sikap menolong orang ramai. Okay, passerby will be orang yang lalu di kawasan itu, people who pass by the area. Injured, hurt, serious. How are you hurt? It can be serious, it can be severe, it can be light, it can be minor. Severe means cedera teruk. Then when you go to hospital, you have outpatient treatment. And then you have emergency call, called, alerted, inform police or ambulance. Okay, this is also called and alerted. Sorry, it's not here. It's under verb. So, panggilan kecemasan. Then you have, you inform the police or the ambulance. Casualties. Okay, remember the word casualties. Casualties are victims. So if you use victim all the time, people know that you do not know other words. Okay, so you must write sometime casualties. Then you have the word monsoon drain, ravine, and divider. This is for accident. Okay. Maybe you can say, okay, hit and run. Okay, sorry, hit and run. Monsoon drain is a longkang, ravine is also a big drain. Okay, divider is pembahagi jalan. Hit and run, you know what is hit and run? Hit and run will be out of control. Hit and run will be langgar dan lari. Out of control, lorry, motorcycle, tireless effort, fatal, fatality, siren, ambulance will be hurt. Okay, distance. You have the word dented, damaged, flip, wreck car, wreckage. Wreck car means kereta yang remuk. Flip means terbalik. Wreckage means kereta yang sudah rosak. Okay, the wreckage is an object. Damaged, dented bicycle, bent, distorted, spluttering sound of engine. Spluttering means bunyi enjin yang hampir nak mati, like like that. Okay. Stationary lorry. Stationary means tidak bergerak. Remember, A is for alat tulis. No, E is for alat tulis. Okay. If you write E means alat tulis. A is tidak bergerak. Stationary. Okay, then you have the word speeding, sped, speedy car, irresponsible driver, motorist, registration number, license, not plate number. Plate number is wrong. It's Malaysian way of saying plate number. It's not plate number. It's registration number. License, state of shock, hit and run. Again, sorry, hit and run is already here. Out of control car, lorry, motorcycle, and tireless effort. Tireless effort means berusaha dengan rajin. Yang tidak putus usaha. Okay. Next, we have action. Action will be offer help, give, first aid treatment, stop, hail passing car. Hail passing car means to stop other car. Memberhentikan kereta yang sedang bergerak. For example, you put up your hand up, right? You wave your hand and the car will stop. Okay, rush to hospital, swerve. Swerve means terbabas. Flung means terpelanting. Crowds gathered, surrounded the victim, pinned to the seat. Pinned to the seat means you are trapped in your seat. Okay, bermaksud awak terperangkap di tempat duduk, you cannot come out. Okay, next. Occurred, overtook, blood ooze. Okay, or tickle. You don't say blood come out, blood ooze, mengalir keluar. Blood ooze from his open wound. Okay, treated, rawat. Shattered means hancur, pecah. Rescued, saved, skidded. Skidded also terbabas. Plunge. Plunge means terjun ke dalam. For example, the motorcycle plunged into the drain. Okay, next. Hit, langgar. Okay, these are the word for hitting. hit langgar, fell down, drowned, thrown off his bicycle, terpelanting daripada bicycle, then ground with a loud thud, means jatuh ke atas tanah dengan bunyi yang kuat. Lay motionless, terbaring tidak bergerak, groan in pain, shocked, frightened, afraid, petrified, worried. These are all for shock, okay? But actually this one I put in feeling later on. Okay, these are all feeling. Unconscious, unconscious means pengsan, fainted also pengsan, regain consciousness means sedar semula. Pass out is also pengsan. Okay, next. Sent or was taken to the nearest hospital. Put or placed on stretcher. Stretcher is the thing that they carry you to the ambulance. Okay. Admitted. Admitted means dimasukkan ke hospital. Discharge. Discharge means keluar daripada hospital. Splattered. Splattered means bertaburan. Blood splattered. Okay. So darah bertaburan. Bled. Bleeding berdarah. Bleeding profusely means berdarah dengan teruk. Serious injuries. Leg, forehead, arm broken, bruises, cuts, fractured wound. Fractures is patah. Okay, broken. Okay, these are some words. Feelings. How do you feel? Sympathetic, sympathize. Sympathetic is I am sympathetic. Okay, you must put am here. I am sympathetic or I was sympathetic. Sympathize means I sympathize. Okay, this is a verb. Panicked. I panicked. Okay, remember, if you have the ed here, you put I only. I panic, we panic, you panic. Okay, I sympathize, you sympathize, we sympathize. Okay, maybe I can use pen here. I use my highlighter. Okay, so if you see the word ed here, huh? Why can't I use the pen? Oh, because of the color. Sorry. Let's look at blue. Okay, so if you see the ed here and the ed here, just put in front. I sympathize, I panic. Okay, if feel sudah perkataan rasa, so I felt panicky. Okay, but this one is different. Devastated means rasa teruk. So you must write I felt devastated. Teacher, okay, felt devastated. Okay, teacher, this one, okay, or you can say I was devastated. Okay, this is different because devastated means like it's like tired. Okay, so when you have the word tired, letih, right? Tired. So when you have the word tired, you say I tired. No, right? I am tired. Okay, I am tired. So I am devastated. I am petrified. I am sorrowful. Okay, but this one is different. I am sympathized. No, I am sympathetic. Okay, shocked. I am shocked. I am surprised. I was, okay, I was shocked. Past tense, sorry. I was shocked. I was surprised. I was frightened. I was terrified. I was sympathetic. So everything here will be I was. Okay, for here. All here will be I was shocked. Okay, I was amazed. I was sad. I was dejected. I was bitter. I was. Okay, this one is different. Okay, so same also. I was. So you must remember your grammar and your sentences. I was amazed. I was sad. I was dejected. I was bitter. I was dismal. Okay, this one is better. You write I was. Okay, be careful with this. In. Then you write in dismal. Okay. The next one, I was heartbroken, I was melancholy, I was mournful, I was pessimistic, I was somber. Okay, all this is sedih. So also the same, I was. Okay. Okay, can you understand? Because sometimes for feelings, there are a lot of adjectives. You do not know how to use the adjectives. Okay, can I see your comments so far? Are you following? Are you able to understand? Hi, there are more people here. Okay, question. Azrael say blood ooze. Is darah merecik ke teacher? No, darah mengalir. Kalau merecik is splatter. Okay? Ooze means dia mengalir sedikit-sedikit like that. Okay. Syamil say hi. Yes, Syamil is here. Isaac is here. Isaac, yes. Leg broken? Leg broken. Hello. Okay. Okay. So because I'm going to ask you to write, you have to send an essay. Don't tell me you have no homework. You have to send an essay for continuous writing. Because I feel now you are doing much better for your directed writing. Really, when I read your answers, most of you did quite well. But the only thing you are confused with the content, right? I think you're confused, right? With the content for your trial exam. When I read also, I was a bit confused because, sorry to say, but the instructions is a bit messy. Okay? So about the project, and then then you attend something, so you are confused whether you are participating or whether you're organizing the project and so on. Okay, but I feel that what you wrote is much better when you started in Form 4 last time. Okay, and then but the thing is, I'm still not satisfied with the continuous writing. Okay, so far can you understand why I stress that you should write people? Sorry, person, place, or event. Okay. So Masita is here. Okay, thank you. Okay, for your attendance. Now we have a website where after each lesson, I have to check your Google form. I'm going to give you a Google form later in the WhatsApp. Okay. Uh, in the Google form, you must write your attendance. So when I open up the Google form, I have to transfer the number of the students to the JPN website. Okay, they give us 1 day until midnight. No, sorry. Actually, it's until 6 o'clock, like 6 p.m. But the problem is sometimes the website is too busy. There are too many. They say 1 day there are 5,000 Negeri Sembilan teachers who are keying in the results. Sorry, not the result, keying the attendance. So because of that, we are given until midnight to do that. So I have to key in how many in your class. And then in the JPM website there, they ask us to list all the names, school name, class name, how many students in the class, how many attended the online, how many answer you in your offline message, everything. So there are like about eight different questions that they ask you to fill in, okay, for every lesson online. Okay. But I feel that you are doing much better. The only thing I'm not satisfied with the continuous writing. Okay. Okay, next. Can we continue? Any comments so far? Okay, let's continue. Okay, I'm going to ask you to write one of the essays that I showed you earlier, the earlier question. Okay. So let's continue. So we were here. Okay. Next. Okay, the idioms and proverbs. Okay, idioms and proverbs are important because why? They will make your essay better, and then in your exam, okay, for example, now in the exam, right? Okay, I'll choose a different pen. Okay, now in the exam. Okay, I'm marking your paper. Suddenly I saw this. He cried his eye out as the house was burned to the ground. So when I see this as a person who mark your SPM, I will put a tick. Okay, when you have a tick, it means that, wah, pelajar ini dapat markah merit. Merit means it's like a star. So dia ada kelebihan dalam karangan dia. Okay. So you can write, for example, cried one's eyes out. Okay, then you have reduced to tears. I give you the example. Okay, you can say he cried his eyes out as the house was burned to the ground. We are doing 2 today: accident and fire. Later on, I give you the answer. Then I already prepared, I think, 7 more to do your adjustment. Okay. Maybe for example, I am Jeffrey. So Jeffrey will look at the 7 essay and then adopt and adapt. Okay, pilih ayat yang sesuai, then you change everything, then you compile it, become your own essay. Okay, and please send the essays to me so I can correct, and then you can get better marks for your SPM. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Reduce to tears. I was reduced to tears watching the fire. Okay, next. Heart sank. My heart sank seeing the fire. Rooted to the spot. Okay, you can say rooted to the spot or rooted to the ground. There are two, okay, here, spot and ground. So I stood rooted to the spot or ground watching the fire. Okay, next. Stop dead in the track. I stopped dead in my track. I stopped dead in my tracks as I heard the sirens from a fire engine. Okay, so I've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry, there are so many messages from school. Okay, you can say I stood rooted to the ground watching the fire. Stood rooted to the ground. Okay, I repeat. Cry, you know, right? Menangis. Reduced to tears, also menangis. Crying. Heart sank means, how to say heart sank? My heart sank seeing the fire. Heart sank means sangat sedih. Very sad. Okay, rooted to the spot means terkejut, surprise. I stood rooted to the spot watching the fire. Means saya terpegun. Terpegun means you cannot do anything, right? Okay, terpacak di situ, so awak tak tahu nak buat apa. Okay, so stop dead in the track also the same thing. Okay, can you understand the idioms and proverbs? I try to find for you idioms and proverbs. Okay, you want to watch this video later on, you can, but I put it as unlisted. Okay, so only your class can see. Okay, next, sample sentences. Okay, please remember these sentences. Because this one I already made changes. I summarized from so many essays that I have, okay? Sample sentences, the start of a fire. This is the starting. You can write. A house, I didn't do for accident, okay? Because I want you to write first, then I give you another lesson on accident. So I'm going to do all on accident. I'm going to do 3, accident, fire, and another one, maybe I do flood or robbery. I feel that robbery will be better. Okay, then I'll do one for oh, sorry, there are so many the telegram messages. Okay, then I'll do one on a person. Maybe I'll do 2 for person, and then another one I will do 2 for places. Okay, so now we are looking at the start of the fire. You can write, a house in my neighborhood had caught fire, and people from the neighborhood were rushing towards the house. They were pouring buckets of water to extinguish the fire. Extinguish, tengok padamkan. Another word is put out. Not put off, Put off is tangguhkan. Okay, they were pouring buckets of water to extinguish the fire. A few people were trying to control the fire by throwing sand on it. You don't want sand, you can say soil, tanah. Many were at loss. Were at loss means tak tahu nak buat apa. Okay, many were at loss how to help the victims. Okay, you can write number 1. Or number 2, you can say, I rushed out and found that the neighbor's house had caught fire. Same thing, right? You see here, had caught fire. So awak sudah belajar, had caught fire. You can use this. The flames were rising high up towards the sky. Everyone feared that a big fire would spread to the adjacent houses. Adjacent means rumah bersebelahan. Okay, we were anxious. Anxious means what is anxious in BM? Takut okay. We were anxious to bring the fire under control. The wind fanned the flame. The wind fanned the flame means angin itu mengipas api itu, so it becomes bigger, right? People tried to put out the fire. Okay, so now I use the word put out. The first time I used was extinguish. People tried to put out the fire with buckets full of water and bags of sand. Okay, we did number 2. So of you can use this. All of a sudden, I was awakened by noise of footsteps outside. It appeared as if people were running in the street. I got up and peeped down from the window. Peep. You don't say look down. Peep is how to say mengintai. Not mengintai. What is look also? I came to know that the house of my friend was ablaze. a blaze. Okay, a blaze means sedang terbakar. I at once hurried to the spot. The house was completely enveloped in flames. Dilitupi di what? Ditutupi dengan api. Okay, the flames leaped to the sky, giving out clouds of smoke. Okay, many were busy bringing buckets of water while others poured it on the fire. I too joined them as we tried our best to put out the fire, but all our efforts were in vain. In vain means sia-sia. Okay, number 3. So far, so good. Can you understand? Okay, I'll look at your comments because sometimes I don't close the comments, so sometimes the comments will be stuck there. Okay, can you understand so far? Is it okay for you? Comments slowing down. Okay. When it becomes darkened, if the screen is not there, it means that my internet is slowing down. Okay, I continue. Okay, next. So we have done the starting of the fire. Okay, next. Okay, continue some more. So let me get the pen first. Okay, next one. I heard shouts of fire, fire from the window in my room. I woke up at once and looked out in the street. I saw a house on fire. Simple, right? This is for uh, the average students. I immediately ran downstairs and went out with my parents. Many people had gathered berkumpul there. Why had teacher? Why had? This one is when. Because orang ini berkumpul lebih awal. Then only you go out. Okay? So yang lebih awal kena ada had. Yang kemudian tak ada had. So first one is had is past perfect. The other is went out is past tense. So perbuatan yang terdahulu lebih awal you must write had. Okay, I immediately ran downstairs and went out with my parents. Many people had gathered there. Some were running with buckets full of water and bags full of sand. What a terrible scene I saw that day. Shouts were heard from inside the house. Huge, intense flame. Intense. Huge is besar. Intense is kuat. Flames. Huge and intense flame were rising high in the midnight sky. It was, okay, next one. It was twilight time. Where is twilight? Tengah malam. I was watching television in my house when I heard an explosion. Boom, explosion. More followed. So I went outside to see what the matter was. A column of dark billowing smoke. Column is berkepul-kepul. Okay, column of dark billowing smoke. Below means dia naik ke atas. So asap yang naik dan berkepul-kepul. Okay, a column of dark billowing smoke told me the story. There was a fire raging. Just now we learned about raging, right? Fire raging, fire blazing, a short distance away. Okay, the last one. There was a huge crowd gathered at one of the houses further up the street. The house was ablaze. Now we know about ablaze, terbakar. And thick clouds of smoke. Well, I use a different one. Thick clouds of smoke were floating up into the clouds. I went back into the house and made an urgent call to the house on fire. So that is the introduction. Not introduction. You can write 2 paragraphs or maybe on this. Okay, that is the beginning or the starting of the fire. Okay, some more. Okay, next. The column of black smoke was both magnificent and ominous. Okay, this is a bit difficult. Okay, you can memorize this. Maybe I can use different color so that it's not so dark. Okay, I use yellow. Okay, so the column of black smoke was both magnificent and ominous. Means that dia nampak seperti sangat-sangat how to say magnificent, not cantik ya, like it's big, it's very huge. Okay, and then as I rounded a bend along the road, I saw the fire. The glow of 50-foot flame shooting upwards was blind. Magnificent ominous, right? So dia setinggi 50 kaki. Shooting upwards was blinding. Blinding means sakit mata. Okay, it blinded your eyes. I blinked my eyes to let it adjust to the sudden brightness. After a while, I could see that a row of shops, you can change a row of shop or however, was on fire. As I ran towards the kitchen, I saw, okay, next one, sorry. Okay, we finished this. Next one. As I ran towards the kitchen, I saw tall, angry flames of fire and cloud of smoke. Okay, this is in the kitchen. I saw tall, angry flames of fire and cloud of smoke. Without wasting a moment, I rushed towards it. Sorry, it is missing here. I can't use yellow because you cannot see. Okay, I rushed towards. Okay, towards what? Towards it. Okay, I rushed towards it to put the fire out. Or I rushed towards. Okay, also I rushed towards to put the fire out. Okay, you can put it or you don't want to put it. I saw okay, we did number 2. The next one, the last one. I saw thick black smoke billowing outwards. Okay, billowing means dia bergerak ke atas like that. Okay, the smoke is moving up, okay, into the sky. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so if this is a fire, for example, you see fire here, so you see the smoke, so the smoke is going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Okay, so going up. So smoke billowing, dia bergerak ke atas. Okay, I saw thick black smoke billowing outward some distance from me. It was twilight time and the dirty black smoke rising against a brilliant red western sky presented quite a spectacle. Okay, so I use another pen. Okay, this means masa tengah malam, and then the smoke is black and dirty. Dia berkepul-kepul asap dia. Dia dirty and black, and then rising against a brilliant red western sky. So pada masa itu langit nampak berwarna merah tadi. Okay. So brilliant red western sky presented quite a spectacle. Presented quite a spectacle ni menunjukkan sesuatu yang mengagumkan. Okay, knowing that fire was raging and judging by the color and the fury of the fire. Fury means betapa kuatnya. Okay, I reason means keputusan that it was probably caused by the burning of rubber and diesel oil. Okay, because when you burn diesel, it becomes black smoke, right? Dirty smoke. Okay. So far, so good with the starting. Can I see your comments before we continue to the actions and the ending of the fire? Can I see comments? So far, so good. Do you have any comments, questions about the starting? Maybe you can write 2 paragraphs on this. Anybody? Don't be shy. Yes, yes, yes. So how was an introduction? Can you understand? Do you get ideas what to write? Comments, please. Nobody is writing anything. Okay. Okay, I'll continue, okay? So we are already finished the introduction. Now let's look at the progress. Progress means perkembangan essay, okay? the development of the essay. You can write more. Okay, you can write the fire was ravaging. Ravaging means dia memakan, makan. Ravage. Ravage is, for example, if you're hungry, awak makan dengan gelojoh. So it's like that. Okay, the fire was ravaging. It was a horrible sight. The fire started from the ground floor. Soon it spread. Okay, look at the word spread. Spread ini adalah past tense. Ejaan dia sama, present tense and past tense. It spread to the first floor. The occupants of the house. Occupant house is not tuan rumah. What is in BM? The occupants of the penduduk rumah itu. The occupants of the house who had been trapped on the second floor were crying for help. Someone in the crowd informed the fire brigade. Fire brigade, it can be fire engine, it can be fire brigade, or inform the fireman. Don't write bomberman, I had 1 year, the form 3 wrote bomberman. Okay, the flames were rushing towards them. Bermaksud api itu sedang bergerak ke arah mereka. Their lives were in danger. The fire, however, was out of control, so they all rushed out of the house. Soon the whole building with everything in it was burned to ashes. Okay, belajar perkataan, not perkataan, phrases, was burned to ashes. Dia terbakar menjadi abu. Okay, so we finish 1, we finish 2. The fire engulfed the whole house. Look at the word engulf. Engulf is good. Engulf means how to say, cover. It's like cover. Fire, api itu telah meliputi semua rumah itu. And within a short period of time, all the furniture and the structure of the house were reduced to ashes. You see? Were reduced to ashes, was burned to ashes. Okay, belajar guna perkataan ini. All the people's effort to control fire. Okay, sorry. To control the. Okay, I missed one word, then I changed. There are so many messages today. Okay, sorry, I changed. So to control, I put here the fire. Okay, all the people's effort to control the fire were also fertile. Okay, let's look at the word. Futile, futile. Fertile is segar, baja, fertile. Fertile is, for example, you have baja, so it's fertile. Fertile. Fertile is like baja, like what? Subur. Okay. This one is futile. Futile means sia-sia. All the people's effort to control the fire were also futile. Futile means sia-sia. Okay, next. The police and fire department had already cordoned off. Okay, cordon off means when something happened, like for example, somebody is murdered, right? Was murdered. So what will the police do? They will put the white and the red tape around the area, right? So cordon off means ditutup kawasan itu. Okay, the police and fire brigade had cordoned off the area. I watched from a distance. A crowd had already gathered and we get means mulut awak terbuka, terkejut like that. Okay, shocked. So we get with amazement at the spectacle presented by the burning shops. Okay, spectacle means pemandangan yang mengejutkan atau mengagumkan. Okay. Okay, next. Meanwhile, the fire brigade arrived. People took a sigh of relief. Took a sigh of relief means what I say? Memberi rasa lega. Because despite their best efforts, they could not extinguish the fire. Walaupun mereka cuba, mereka tak dapat. So, bila fireman, bomber datang, mereka merasa lega. It's something like that. Okay. So, done. The staff of the fire brigade fought bravely with the fierce flame. Okay, this is good. Fought bravely with the fierce flame. Melawan api dengan berani. Water pipes. You don't want pipes? You can say, sorry, I changed this. Okay, you don't want pipe, you can say water hoses. H-O-S-E-S. Water hoses. Water pipes or water hoses, H-O-S-E-S, were laid to extinguish the fire. A staircase was set to the window of the first floor. Took great risk ni mengambil risiko yang tinggi. He brought out the occupants and came down amidst the flame. Okay, bermaksud dia membawa keluar orang yang tinggal dalam rumah itu dan turun daripada tangga tu amidst the flame. Di tengah-tengah api itu. By doing, sorry, something is missing. Okay, because I typed yesterday. Okay, I changed the pen to blue. By doing so, okay, by doing so, he himself was injured. The moment he brought down one of them, he fell unconscious. Okay, look at the word just now. I told you right in the vocabulary. Fell unconscious means pengsan. You don't want fell. Teacher, I don't want fell. What can you write if you don't want fell? You don't want fell, you can write he was unconscious. Okay? Okay, we finished this. Good. If you have questions, you can ask me in the comments. Okay? Number 3, the police and fire department had already cordoned off the area. I watched from a distance. This is the same thing. A crowd had already gathered and we gaped with amazement at the spectacle presented by the burning house. Okay, done earlier, sorry. Okay, the last one. The fire rose to about 20 meters and it lit up the whole area even though the sky was already dark. Api ni naik setinggi 20 meter dan lit up. Lit up means menerangkan kawasan itu. Okay, walaupun dia sudah gelap. The firemen desperately spray. You see the word desperately. Guna perkataan ini. Okay, desperately means dalam keadaan sudah terdesak. The firemen desperately sprayed streams of water onto the fire to control it. Thick smoke billowing from the burning factory was visible over a radius of 5 kilometers. Okay, you don't want factory, you can change to house, you can change to shop, it's up to you. So, thick smoke billowing. Okay, api yang tebal, sorry, not api, asap yang tebal bergerak ke atas. Okay, so you can see from the factory there. Visible. Visible means boleh nampak. Okay, so was visible, is visible. Over a radius, you know the word radius, right? Dalam lingkungan, 5 kilometer. Okay, we finish this one. Okay, next. Okay, there are many more. The heat was intense. Intense means not harbor, suhu. Suhu sangat kuat Kepanasan tu sangat kuat. So the fireman could not approach the fire, much less try to extinguish it. I could see 2 firemen crouch. Crouch means how to say crouch in the end? Duduk bercangkung. Behind their fire engine about 50 yards from the burning house. Means api tu terlalu panas, so mereka terpaksa duduk di belakang kereta bomba itu. They were desperately directing their jet of water towards a row of shop houses just next to the fire, trying to keep the fire from spreading by keeping the neighboring, there's American spelling, neighboring, neighbor, M-O-B-O-U, U is missing here. Be careful with the spelling. Okay, so they try to keep the fire from spreading by keeping the neighboring houses wet. So when you wet the other houses, the fire won't spread that fast, right? Okay, next. I suddenly realized, okay, do next one. I suddenly realized that there were too many people beside me. There were so many people beside me. Besides me, no. Besides me. Selain daripada saya. Saya tiba-tiba sedar bahawa selain daripada saya ada ramai lagi orang. All of them were gasping at the fire. I told you gasping, right? Gasping means bila mulut awak terbuka. Like you're shocked like that, okay? Terkejut. All of them were gasping at the fire. Their faces eat by the glow of the fire. Okay, sorry. One word is missing there. What do you think is the letter? Okay, it is L, lit. Okay. Their faces lit by the glow of the fire reveal a variety of emotions. Lit means muka mereka nampak terang, diterangi oleh api itu. Some were crying, some looked frightened, some indifferent means tidak kisah, and a few were actually enjoying the scene. Ada yang menangis, ada yang takut, ada yang tak kisah dan ada yang merasa seronok. Okay, finish. The fire rage. Rage means semakin besar. Unabated. Unabated means tidak boleh dikawal. Okay, you cannot control it anymore for almost an hour. As the fire progressed, whole shop came tumbling down. Semua dah runtuh. Tumbling down means runtuh. Gradually, the fire became less intense. Less intense means menjadi semakin kurang panas. As the fuel was burned away, the fireman wrong spelling again. Sorry for the mistake because many here will be okay here wrong. Fireman. Okay, the firemen turned their attention to the burning houses, burning shops. Up to you. Okay, so bermaksud bila api tu semakin semakin kurang kuat, so firemen tu turn their attention, mula tugas mereka. Okay, next. The fire rose to about 20 feet and it lit up the whole area. Okay, this one done. Okay, next. It was my friend's house. I saw my friend and his parents were safely out of the house, but his younger sister was still trapped inside the burning inferno. Oh, teacher, not inferno. Yes, inferno is also fire. Okay, the neighbors had formed a human chain and were using buckets of water to put out the fire, but it was to no avail. No avail means here. Okay, next. Okay, I think this is the last one. This is the ending. So before ending, can I end this show while and see your comments? Whether you understand or not. Okay, any comments? Okay, question, good. Teacher, let's share the question, it's okay. Okay, teacher, if I write the house engulfed in flame, is okay? No, the house is engulfed. The house, I write here, the house in flames. Did I share? Yeah, sharing. Okay, so the word I is wrong. It's E. The house was engulfed in flame. Is it okay? Okay, good. Good question, Isaac. My answer I wrote down there, okay? Was engulfed in flame. E-N, not I-N. I-N. Okay, ask question, class. Don't worry, because you're among your friends only. Nobody can see this video. I put it unlisted. Okay, understand. Yes. Because I feel that if you concentrate on accident, fire, or robbery, you can do better. Maybe I'll do on flood. Okay? Can you understand? Hopefully, more can attend. If you cannot attend now, you can watch later. Okay? So let's go to the last one, which is the ending. Okay, any more comments? Azri say, I understand. Okay, thank you. Any more question? I scroll up first, no question. Okay, can I continue? Okay, next. So let's look at the ending. However, with a great deal of efforts, okay, something is missing there again also. Okay, however, with a great deal of efforts, comma, okay, sorry. I use highlighter is easier. So I change it to blue. Blue is better than black, okay? So here there is a comma. However, with a great deal of effort, the fire, the is missing, sorry. The fire could be extinguished. Okay, repeat. Extinguish means padam. So dipadamkan. Boleh dipadamkan. So remember the word B is BM adalah dipadamkan. Okay, remember learn how to use D in BM. So it becomes B in English. However, with a great deal of effort, the fire could be extinguished, but it caused great damage and destruction to the house. Furniture, valuable belongings. Okay, you can write comma, you can write N. Furniture and valuable belongings worth bernilai. worth is bernilai. Thousands of ringgit were burned to ashes, menjadi abu. Okay, the whole house presented a dismal picture. Okay, what's the meaning of picture? The whole house presented a dismal picture. Bermaksud seluruh rumah itu menunjukkan gambaran yang teruk. So dismal is teruk. The kitchen, the dining room, and the drawing room were badly affected. Ada drawing room. So up to you, whatever room you want to write. Okay, the kitchen, the dining room, and the what else? The living room, or anything you want to write, were badly affected. The injured were immediately rushed to the hospital. The injured means orang yang cedera. Terus hantar ke hospital. Okay, done. But thankfully, no life was lost. No life was lost ni tak ada orang yang mati. No one died. The victims were rescued with timely help. Timely help means pertolongan yang tepat pada masa. Okay, the victims were rescued with timely help and assistance. Mangsa diselamatkan dengan masa yang dengan pertolongan dan masa yang pertolongan dan pada masa yang tepat. Okay. Who put their life to risk. Put their life to risk. Bermaksud meletakkan, fire began to die down, was to break down. The building was reduced to ashes. Okay. It was a terrible sight. Okay. The fire makan yang sudah hitam, terbakar. When something is burned, you can see it becomes black, right? Like arang, right? Like charcoal. Okay. Charred means dia sudah berwarna gelap dan hancur. It can be a body, For example, people die a long time, and suddenly one day, some people discover the body. So you can say charred bodies also. Okay. Our neighbor was in great distress. Finally done. Okay. Distress means sedih ataupun how to say, was in great distress. Yalah, sedih. Okay, finally the blaze died down and darkness enveloped us. Bermaksud akhirnya api itu padam, secara perlahan padam dan kegelapan melitupi kami. Okay, the house was totally razed, hancur semuanya. Dimakan api. Only red hot ember. Okay, red hot ember. Ember is like how to say in BM. For example, you burn charcoal, right? Awak bakar arang. So bila dia what is ember? I don't know how to say in BM. Only red hot ember remains where they once stood. So bila rumah tu ember is bara. Okay, without the glow of the fire, darkness reign. Darkness reign means kegelapan menjadi semakin gelap lah. Okay, bila tak ada api itu, kegelapan semakin gelap, something like that. Okay. Lucas akhirnya secara senyap semua is bayang. I could only make silhouette of the fireman. Fireman, wrong spelling again. Okay, E. The silhouette of the fireman busy at the task. It means that bila tak ada api itu dah padam, dia semakin gelap. So dalam kegelapan itu saya nampak bayang-bayang bomba ini. Okay. Elsewhere, I could see groups of people hurrying back to their home. Okay, how fortunate kepada mereka, okay, because the houses were not burned. Okay, can you understand? So this is the ending. Okay, so this is your previous question. Okay, any questions so far? That's the end. Then finish. Okay, so I'm going to share with you now. Okay, I'm going to share with you now the past year's question that I put here. Okay, can you see here? Okay, this is the SPM Trial 2020. So I have all the questions here. I have for Maran, Pahang. Where is Mersing? Johor. Okay, sorry. Maran is Pahang. I have one from Kelantan, we did. I have one Johor Batu Pahat. Selangor, I just see this one. Okay, Melaka. And then I have Batu Pahat again. Batu Pahat. And then I have, this is from Negeri Sembilan and Terengganu. So my question is, do you want all this? Okay, before that I forgot. Okay, this is the essay that you have to write. Okay, let's go back to the first page just now. And then please write. Okay, try. Okay. So I'm sharing again. My because we did on fire. Later on we're going to do accident. Please write number 3. Okay, can you do that? Write number 3 for me. Do an adopt and adapt where you write this about fire. How to write about fire, teacher? And your story bit, and both of them realize how foolish they were. Okay, I give you the storyline. Maybe you say you argue because one of you accused the person of hiding the phone. Okay, argument, and then you didn't talk to each other for a few days, right? The parents went somewhere because they had appointment at a wedding, or they have to do overtime work. Okay, I'm on again. Sorry for the error. I show you the question paper from the one that I have. Can anybody comment? Do you see when I was off the internet? You see, I'm off again, on and off, on and off. Okay, anybody? Can you tell me? Okay, question number 3. If number 3 I write they got into an accident, can? Up to you. Yes, you can write accident just because today I did fire. Maybe later I'll do accident. Okay, I'll give you all the words and sentences for accident. Okay, did you manage to see the questions? Okay, can I ask here, how many wants all the papers, SPM paper from last year? Sorry, last year, 2020, from this year. Anybody? Anybody? Yes? Just write in the comments. Some of you are too quiet. If you want to write number 1 also can. If you write number 3 about accidents. Okay, I will share the question papers from the trial. You want the papers, right? Any comments? All of you are quiet. Did anybody leave the the internet, the YouTube live streaming? Anybody? Now the internet is only one line. Okay, screen now. Wait. Okay, share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Okay. So any question? I'll share you with you the last time. Maybe I missed this. Okay, you see the screen? So these are the previous year's question. I think I have one from Perlis, but I do not know where is it now. Okay. So I'll see the one from Perlis. I add to here. Then the I will give my Google Drive, the link to the Google Drive, and then all of you can just download if you want. Is it okay? Any question? Okay, before I stop the lesson, any question? Don't worry, this is private. Nobody can see your comments or anything. Anybody? There you can see me bigger now. Hi. Last time I put like this. So I'm there. Okay, this one should be here. It's down. Okay. That's why I cannot open. Okay. No comment. No comment really. No questions. Okay, good. So can I sign off? Can we end this lesson? It's good that you have stayed with me until nearly 2 o'clock. That's good. Okay. So I hope you work hard for English because English is also important, right? It's part of the whole result for your SPM. Hopefully we can go back to school. Okay, any question? No question. No question. Okay, thank you for attending the lesson today. Okay, stay safe and take care of yourself. And don't forget to study for English too, okay? Because I know there are a lot of topics for you to cover, all the subjects. Okay, bye-bye. I'm signing off. Thank you. Thank you for coming today. I'm gonna sign off, okay? Okay, bye. If got questions, then you can ask me in the our WhatsApp group. Okay. First one to say thank you. Bye bye. Yes, thank you, Lee. Stay safe, teacher. Yes, Joanne. Okay, Joanne. Azrael. Okay, thank you. Stay safe. Yeah, Makita. Yes. Thank you for coming. Farah, thank you for coming. Taufik. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye bye.